Is 2 cents for Toshi during this run still a realistic scenario? Hypothetically, I think so, even though that's not financial advice. But the reason why is because I think Toshi is a very special meme coin. And as of right now, we're seeing the crypto space pick up a little bit, but I think better days are ahead. And I do believe that Toshi is clearly on the right place. I mean, let's just let this sink in. When we take a look at the base network, which is Coinbase's layer 2 network, that right there, I think naturally during a fully fledged bull run is going to gain a lot of attention. And even as of right now, it's still considered by many to be a very solid top 5 or maybe even top 10 layer 2 network. And again, when Coinbase has a layer 2 network and there is a meme coin on there, I'm naturally going to pay attention. And also naturally, as a result of that, I think once that does gain a lot of attention during a fully fledged bull run, something like Toshi is going to go along with the ride. And think about why Toshi is very special. It's named after Brian Armstrong's cat. Brian Armstrong is the co-founder of Coinbase, and again, the base network is Coinbase's layer 2 network. So all of this just really makes sense in my opinion. Not to mention Toshi is even on Coinbase. And let's not forget Toshi, on a side note, the name is very similar to Satoshi Nakamoto, which is, of course, allegedly the creator of Bitcoin. So when I take a look at something like this is very special stuff. And I haven't given up when it comes to Toshi. It was very easy for me to give up when the price was going down and price was low. But you know what? I'm still going to believe in this and I'm not going to give up. As to whether or not this pump that we see as of right now in the crypto space overall, whether or not it's prolonged or whatever the case may be, I'm still going to stay patient because I think hypothetically the bull run is still far from over. And I still think that something like Toshi could be a big narrative because just beyond being a meme coin on the base network, the use case isn't even that bad. Now, it's not going to gain mass scale adoption, in my opinion, in terms of the use case, but still it's a good touch. Like for instance, there's something called Toshi tools, and these tools will help quite essentially guide someone towards their journey to be building on base, aka again, the base network. So that's awesome. Not to mention, we take a look at these tools will include a multi-sender, a token locker, a liquidity locker, a token launcher, and also a launch pad. Not to mention, there's something called Toshi Mark, which is allegedly basically just a meme coin launch pad, allows people to launch their own meme coin without quote unquote technical knowledge. So the way I take a look at it is that, again, these are neat features to have when it comes to Toshi. And again, it's not really going to matter that much, but I do like it nonetheless, and I just want to mention it. Not to mention, I think Toshi, even though as of right now, arguably people would consider it as being the number 2 meme coin on the base network because they often think about Brett when they take a look at the base network. And don't get me wrong, Brett is amazing, but just think about what makes more sense, really. I think Toshi could hypothetically be the face of the base network moving forward, or at least has the potential to, because Toshi, again, named after Brian Armstrong's cat. It's on Coinbase. Its name is very similar to Satoshi Nakamoto. It just has more of a vibe. It feels like it matches more when compared to something like Brett. Brett will still do well, in my opinion. But something like Toshi, man, I think hypothetically it might be viewed as more cool, more interesting, and more unique, and something that really just makes more sense, in my opinion. Now, keep in mind as well, when we take a look at Toshi going to the price of 2 cents, is it that crazy? Well, I don't think so, because if it were to go to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $8 billion, which is around a 70x from here, by the way. Now, some people may be thinking, okay, an $8 billion market cap is insane. Like, how can it even reach that? Has a meme coin even ever reached that? Well, actually, yeah, take a look at Dogecoin. It actually far exceeded that. Back in 2021, it had a market cap of over $80 billion. So approximately like 10 times this. So you got to imagine that. Granted, Toshi may never reach Dogecoin levels, but just achieving a glimpse of that, I don't see why not, especially when I consider how interesting and how cool something like the base network is, and also how cool something like Toshi is. This is a no-brainer for me. Take a look at it, right? Historically, we've seen things go along with the ride. Like, for instance, when Solana really popped off, what went along with the ride? Jupiter, of course, many people know that it's a very famous decentralized finance project. However, what also went along with the ride were the meme coins. That's why we saw something like Book of Memes, something like, for instance, Dog with Hat really pop off, historically speaking at least. So when I take a look at that, if let's say the base network really gains massive attention during a fully fledged bull run, which I do believe it hypothetically will, I think it's only fair to assume that something like Toshi is going to tag along. It would just only make sense, in my opinion. Sure, they're going to focus on other projects too on the base network, like for instance, Aerodrome, which is a very famous decentralized exchange. But of course, people do love meme coins too. And I think, of course, as the attention flows to meme coins, I think something like Toshi is hypothetically going to gain that recognition. I'm still going to be dollar cost averaging. So anytime an income I'm acquiring, I'm holding, and I'm just waiting, that's it. It's not my style to just randomly quit or anything like that. Now, again, I could have easily quit when the price of Toshi was going down hard, and I could have just sold and be like, oh yeah, I'm done. But I didn't do that because the way you take a look at it is that sometimes things only go so low before they go back up again, even though in theory they could always go lower. But I just had a hard time believing that, hey, first of all, Toshi, why is this going to keep going down forever? I just never thought that it would because I felt like the community was too amazing. I felt like it was in the right place, aka again, the base network. I just kind of felt like the future is very bright. And I felt like once the board really picks up again, this could hypothetically gain a lot of attention, which is why I still believe in it. And keep in mind as well, when we take a look at something like this space overall, with over 600 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research, is the boring really over? I just don't think so. I think there's better days ahead. And all I gotta do right now is stay patient. Toshi, in my opinion, has all the prerequisites in order to do well, hypothetically, during a fully fledged board. Good exchange listings, like for instance, is listed on Coinbase. Of course, many others, but I'm just going to highlight that one because it makes a lot of sense. Again, Toshi, named after the co-founder of Coinbase's pet cat, named Toshi, of course. But even besides that, we take a look at also community is A+. The community is very amazing, in my opinion. It's really amazing in terms of the passion, in terms of the drive, in terms of the energy. I'm not saying in terms of the size because, of course, there's many other meme coins out there with a far larger community. However, when I take a look at something like this, for the size that it is, it has the passion, it has the drive, and it has the energy. Not to mention, again, it's a cool and unique meme coin because, first of all, it's on another dog theme meme coin that a lot of people are accustomed to seeing. And the use case, even though it doesn't really matter for a meme coin, it's at least there. It showcases that, hey, they put some effort here. And I do like that. Imagine once Bitcoin goes back to $100,000 and let's say it goes beyond 250,000, 200,000, maybe 250,000. Could you imagine what happens to Toshi then? Even 2 cents at that point may seem a little bit bearish. And the amazing thing about Toshi is that historically it's been proven to go along with the market, at least again in theory, when the market is doing good. We've seen that happen when it comes to Toshi. So it's only fair to assume that, hey, Toshi has that track record to indicate that, hey, if the market does pick up, this could very well really gain attention too. And other meme coins out there, they haven't had this confirmation. So it's still 50-50. Not saying that they'll do bad or anything like that, but it's still 50-50. It's still up in the air whether or not they will go along with the market, whether or not they will gain attention during a fully fledged bull run. But this one, at least when the market did showcase, good performance, I would say, this went along with the ride. So it still has that confirmation, and I still do believe better days are ahead. All I gotta do right now is stay patient, and 2 cents during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's me, the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm a peace. Bye.